What's up, everybody? So today I have a special guest for you, Sergio Zamora. Now, just so you give you a little bit of an insight about myself, right before here, I was actually doing some real estate work, and I met him through real estate, and we actually got into talking about stocks. I know he was really struggling, and because of my background with stocks that I've had for maybe a decade, I decided to help him out. And one thing led to another. We kind of sat down, gave him some insights way before I had any content or anything even remotely close to that. Just literally pen, paper, and a computer just to kind of give him some basics of how I make money and made side income. And one thing led to another. And today, that actually started the whole Trader Foundation movement. So today, Sergio's actually went from kind of losing money, not making consistent gains, to actually hitting $200,000 in 1 month last month. That's correct. 30 days, he was able to do $200,000. I don't believe him, honestly, but then he threw the proof at me, which is unbelievable. So before I get too much ahead of myself here, I want to kind of introduce Sergio here and maybe tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
Hey guys. Yeah, I mean, like you said, I started, I met you in our real estate company. And at the time, real estate was a great bridge for me. It was something where I knew I could make a lot of money and maybe fund new investments. And so I started throwing money into the stock market. And I think before I met you, I was doing it for about a year and a half or so.
Okay.
And, you know, like you said, wasn't making gains consistently. I would make some money here and then lose somewhere else. A lot of emotional trading, not understanding psychology. So yeah, I mean, that's where we started real estate and started investing when I met you properly.
Awesome. Well, let me ask you, right? I know when we started, I know you took some losses. Can you tell us a little bit about how your losses looked at the time?
Yeah, I mean, I was just dumping money into it at that time. I was doing, I was putting 10K in here this month, another 5K here this month, and constantly losing 2 to 3 grand at a time. And then not understanding entry and exit points and not understanding when they get out if things don't go your way. So constantly was losing a couple grand because I started doing call options without really understanding what they were, not understanding the bid ask spread on a call option, and picking the wrong contract. So a lot of those times I was firefighting and losing 2, 3, 4 grand at a time.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I do. Now it's bringing back some memories. What did you do? What kind of studying did you try to do on your own that before we met that maybe you experimented with?
There was a lot of decent content out on the internet. Obviously, the internet is such a resourceful place these days. We can find courses and things like that. But the videos I was watching, for the most part, they weren't organized courses. It was one good YouTube video here, one good YouTube, nothing that really resonated with me, nothing that was put into a context that I could understand. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so when me and you started working together, it just everything kind of clicked. Like, you put it into layman's terms for me. You put it into simple terms for me. I'm not the smartest guy in the book, but you put it in a way to me that I could understand. And having someone to work with was different than, I guess, getting on YouTube and just watching a simple video on, bullish engulfing patterns and shooting stars and just any type of patterns. Really, that's much different when you have someone to work with like you.
That's great you mentioned that. So a lot of people I meet talk about they want to go on YouTube, they want to go on social media, get different knowledge. And not that it's bad knowledge. I mean, it's all good stuff, but putting it together. What kind of frustrations did you feel doing it that way?
When I tried to execute these things, I don't think I had the whole picture. I think I would learn little bits and pieces. Like I said, there was no organization to these courses. It was just a good video about this and a good video about that, but there was nothing that says, here's a trading plan.
Mm-hmm.
This is the trading plan you should follow. And so
Yeah.
I was taking those bits of information and kind of just trading, like just trading willy-nilly. There was no structure to it.
Gotcha. Now you've been doing this for a few months, obviously, I think like a little over 6 months. Can you tell us, obviously you made a ton of money last month. Even before that, I've seen you make six figures. I think almost, I might be wrong in this, but I think 2 months in a row you made six figures.
Yeah, I mean, I did a 40K day, a 50K day. And before that, I was doing 15K weeks. And I was just like, wow, this is unreal. And it was just one after another, consistently making solid plays. You know, had a solid structure to what I was doing. And so I think I started on, and I remember sending you the screenshots for these on January 1st. I started with 24,000, and I think before the end of January ended on 220,000.
Wow. Wow. That's
Just under
unbelievable.
200K. So we don't lie to the people. It's just under 200K, right?
Sorry, guys. I apologize. So what was the exact number again?
So started with 24, ended at 220. So we're talking 196, I would say, 196.
I'm just doing the math here. That's a lot of money here I'm looking at, huh?
It was okay. It was a good run for sure. And
Wow. Yeah.
obviously, for me now, I think it was even finding it on the end. You know, you think, okay, the bullish market's done. We're not making a lot of money. We're seeing red days for weeks straight. Well, if I never met you, I'd have never knew how to make money on the market going down. You know, we're making money on put option contracts just as much as we're
Right.
making on the
And it's
call
important, that's a good point you mentioned that a lot of people use put options, but the dangers of not understanding the formulas and different pieces. It's what you have is a comprehensive formula. So that's really cool. And when you first got there, how long did it take you to really start progressing from the day we learned to maybe like really kind of solidifying the course?
Oh, I mean, before even the course came down, I remember when me and you used to sit one-on-one, and it was instantly that week that I made a couple grand. And I was like, what? Whoa.
Ah, yes. Microsoft, right? I believe it was.
Microsoft, my
Yeah.
first week with you. And it just kept rolling after that. And I was like, wow, this is all making sense. And so, yeah, I mean, it was instantly, but I'll say it's been consistently for at least, you know, the last year now. It's been very consistent.
Awesome, man. So what areas of your life has improved because of this?
Everything, everything from family, from being able to invest into other companies that I want to start, being able to take more time to do things that I want to do with my life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of us are stuck in that 9 to 5, or maybe doing jobs that we can enjoy, but they're not necessarily what we want to be doing with our everyday life, right?
Yeah.
And so when you make your salary or your last 2 years salary in 30 days, you start thinking like, okay, if we can continue making this consistently, we can probably start focusing on what we want to do with our own life. You know, building cars, which is a passion for me. It's literally been able to help me finish a car I've been working on for 4 years. You know, so yeah, it's improved a lot.
Let me ask you, how long does it take for you to trade for the week? In a week's time, like how much time do you spend?
Oh God, I wake up at 9, look at some pre-market. I'm done by 10:30, 11. If you catch me doing, you know, if you catch me on the market after 11, it's only because I'm looking for trades for the next day or looking at charts. It's very rare that I enter in. Maybe I'll come back around 3:30, see if there's anything I want to get into for the next day.
Awesome, man. Awesome. So let me ask you this. I know this one I think was pretty cool. So I know you've had so much passion with this, and knowing you for as long as I've known, you're a very giving person, and you wanted to give back. So now you started, I believe, a Discord channel. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like you, it didn't come, it came kind of naturally. So I was doing these trades, I was making decent money, I was telling my friends about it. And then it came to a point where there were so many people asking for help. Like, hey, what are you doing? You know, can you help me out? And really in the beginning, it was a few friends, you know, 4 or 5 friends. We were getting together, we were talking about stocks, I was trying to give them pointers and tips. And then it got overwhelming. You know, within a week, I had 40, 50 people reaching out. Hey, you know, how do I do this too? And so we started a Discord, a group, not, you know, an academy or anything. I'm not here to be someone's instructor or anything right now. We started the group solely to have a group of people that could help each other and provide resources for each other, and ask questions too that they might not want to ask anyone else, because no one there is above anyone, not me, not anyone in there. So it was just really a group to help each other.
That's awesome, man. And I think it's amazing. And the fact that it's, you know, I was never a big fan of groups because people just kind of look at signals, but seeing a combination of getting the foundational knowledge, being able to have that, and then throwing that out there, it's just a perfect combination, man. I think it's awesome that you're doing that and you're giving people knowledge. And I think That's incredible. So what would you recommend to others that want to work with us?
Be open-minded. That's it. I mean, it comes down to listen to some people that have been in the group, listen to their success, and then be open-minded to taking this course and applying it to your everyday trading.
Cool, cool. And who do you think is would be the perfect fit, or the ideal person for this type of scenario, to this type of course?
Definitely someone like me a couple years back, where I was just trading, didn't really have any structure, any strategy. You knew you have a platform, you understand you have a general knowledge of it, but there's not just there's not an exact trading plan for you. There's nothing that you can say, okay, this is how I get in, this is how I get out, this is when I collect my money, this is when I sell. Those things really made a big difference for me when I worked with you, because it helped me execute a clear cut plan. There was no more guessing, you know.
Yeah, and what I think really makes me feel good about you is, you have more than one child, probably. And I know how it is. I mean, I love spending time with my daughter, and just being able to spend that time. How does it make you feel to be able to spend all that time with your kids?
So much more. I mean, we've gotten so many more swim classes. She's at tap and ballet with my wife all the time. Um, for me, most importantly, it's been about trying to finally replace the income of my wife so she can also focus on her passions and her dreams. You know, she's been with the same company for 16 years now, and this is something
Wow.
I always wanted to work towards, was to get
That's
her out
awesome.
of that company and being able to focus on your passion, you know, whether it's create a website. She has so many things that she wants to do with her life that I want to make sure that with me making this money, I can allow her to, you know, go after her dreams.
That's awesome, man. Seriously, that means more than anything. I mean,
Yeah.
to see, it's not just you could tell that you're not just being successful. I think you were successful in other parts of your life, but you actually seem a lot more fulfilled with your life.
Yeah, the constant stress of, you know, making money is just not there anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just kind of forget about it. You kind of forget about it when you make that much in such a short period of time and you're doing it consistently. In the beginning, I was very pessimistic about it. I was like, I can't sustain this. I can't do this. You know, I did 5K in a day, and then I did 10K in a day, and I'm like, okay, cool. And now I'm doing 15K weeks
Yeah.
consecutively, and then you do a 40K day, and you're like, holy, yeah, what? And then you do a 50K day, and you're just thinking to yourself, you know, there's no way I can sustain this, but it
Yeah.
is. It's finally, the pennies dropped. You know, you're finally executing on the plan that you've had, and it's working consistently for you. So yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's really cool. I'm very happy for you, honestly. I mean, just to see this, unbelievable. So, all right, cool. Awesome, Sergio. So, why would somebody who's listening to this take action on this now and not wait?
Um, if I had to think back to why I should have took action right away, I think most importantly is no one else is coming for you, bro. No one's gonna come and do this work for you. No one's gonna come and hold your hand and take you through it and say you need to do this now. So first and foremost, you need to step up and do it, and you need to be able to apply all that knowledge that you're learning, whether you're getting it from, you know, YouTube here and a book you read here and maybe your course. You have to apply that knowledge. So that's why you need to take action now, because you need to be able to say, okay, this is what I know, and this is how I learn, by applying the knowledge. And people learn by doing, right? And I
Yeah.
think that's very important. And then also for me, it raised my self-esteem right away. Um, as soon as I started trading, I started making money. I'm like, okay, I get this now. It makes sense to me, and it raised my self-esteem. And more than anything, for me, is the time that keeps passing. If you don't take action now, time continues to pass. And for me, it was time continued to pass doing jobs I didn't want to do, doing things I didn't want to do, not spending enough time with my family. So that was really important for me. And that's why I just needed to take action back then, was because time was just passing by.
Gotcha. Gotcha. And what would have happened if, let's just say, going back 6 months from now, maybe 6 months ago or 7 months ago, and you never did it? How do you think your life would be different today than it is now?
I'd probably still be losing money. And if I maybe wouldn't even be losing money. I don't think I'd be making as much as I was making today. You know, I don't think I would have had the same knowledge I have today.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Awesome. So what is your number one piece of advice for anyone really trying to attain financial freedom and be able to leave their job or get that second income and live life on their terms?
I had to give you one piece of advice because there's so many for that. But if I had to give you one, is become obsessed. Become obsessed with it every day. That's the top of your mind. That is your number one goal. If you want to become financially free, and this is the way to do it, whether it's stock market, whether it's your companies, whether it's any other avenue of making money, you need to become obsessed with it. And I mean learning everything, the ins and outs about it, applying that, taking the failure and getting back up until you consistently prove yourself, you know. So.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So now that you've figured out this whole financial piece and you have consistency, I know how goal oriented you are.
Yeah.
What's the next step for you? What's that next piece you're trying to reach?
For me, it's about giving back now. I mean, hey, babe, how are you? You okay? Hold on, Vlad, sorry. Oh, that's my girl. Hey, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Vlad. We're just making a video right now, yeah? You want to say hi, Vlad? Can Dad finish? Yeah? Do you have a ball?
This is what you're making all this money for, huh?
She costs a lot of money. No. Oh,
Last month paid for your first year of college.
Yeah. Oh, goodness. First year of travel.
And don't make
Noise. It's okay, baby. That's fine. All right. I love you. I'll see you in a bit.
There's another baby.
Wow. Will you close the door behind you?
Of course.
Thank you.
See you later.
Goodbye, Vlad.
Why is this
It's nothing. Will you go? Can you close the door for Daddy? Give me a sec.
what is that?
Love you, babe.
And that is why it's so important to make money and have that financial freedom. To have moments like that on a consistent basis.
Yeah, working from home and being able to be there every day with the kids is pretty nice. It's don't get me wrong, I still go to daycare and stuff, but it's nice to have them around more.
It's on demand.
Yeah.
So before she walked in, I was actually asking you, what is that next thing you're trying to achieve? Now that you got the financial freedom coming and you have that on lockdown, where to now? What's going to help you grow from here?
For me, I think I'm at where you were when you started with me. And I want to help people. I want to continue to learn. I don't know everything. You know, I just know that what I'm doing is consistent and I know it's working. And so I just want everyone around me, the people that are very close to me, my friends, my family, to learn the same thing. So I want to give back to the people. And that's why I started Discord, not to, you know, say I know more than anyone or try to be an instructor, but to start a group where I can give everyone the same things I have.
Awesome, man. And I know this was not planned, but I'm going to throw it out there anyways. I know we're working on a couple things and me and Sergio talked where there is always room for knowledge. Whoever wants to trade needs a foundation. And that's what I provide, a comprehensive A to Z foundation. But it's also nice to have somebody who already has a foundation and finds those picks for you. It's just more convenient. So, you know, just to give you guys a heads up, coming soon, we're going to start working together where you could get that foundation and transfer it right to his Discord and be able to understand those picks. Without the foundation, it's never sustainable. So just wanted to throw it out there.
Yeah, I agree. I have a lot of the guys in my group that, in some cases, especially new members, they might follow blindly. I put a trade out there, I let them know what I do, and they just copy and paste it. And that's not what I like to teach. That's not what I want to teach ever. That's why working with you is going to really bring that together, to have resources, to educate people, to know when I do put a trade out there, why they're following it.
Absolutely.
Not just following it blindly. So taking it with discretion because they have the knowledge that you're also giving them through resources. So
yeah. And yeah, and it works the same way. I get people who have the knowledge, they know what to do, they're great at trading. Sometimes you just want the convenience of somebody who already has the same philosophy as you and say, hey, here's some picks. Just look them over for a few seconds, make sure it follows exactly everything. And it's just so smooth. It is very smooth. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, there's a lot to work that out. But if you guys do want to join his Discord channel, I believe it's free.
Yeah, completely free to join the Discord
right now. Yep. You know, he's still new to this. So it's awesome. Definitely check it out. I have the link in the bottom. Definitely click on here. And if you guys want to check me out, I'm at traderfoundation.net. I'm also have a group, facebook.com/groups/stocks with 3 S's. And then the group is called Stocks to Buy and Why. So I go over every Tuesday, Thursday, I go live, break down any stock you want. It's totally free. You let me know the stock. I'll show you why I think it's good or why I don't think it's good. I analyze all of it. Definitely would love to help you out with that at any point. Again, it's great knowledge. So you could go to his Discord group, get a stock. You want to break it down, let me know. You know, you got best of both worlds, vice versa. Other than that, Sergio, I really appreciate your time. And, you know, I think a lot of people would really love to hear your story because it is really inspiring. So definitely thank you so much. And definitely say hi to your daughter for me.
Yeah, no, of course. No, thank you, Vlad. I appreciate you, man. Like I say to most of the people, it's really, I'm here because you took the moment to sit down with me in the beginning and teach me in a way that I would understand. So thank you.
I appreciate it, man, Sergio. Good luck with everything. We'll be talking soon.
Awesome. Thanks, Vlad. Bye.